Corey, I can't even begin to go through the amount of terrible things I've witnessed you doing. Sometimes when you like requote a post, and you go over the limit, they just won't post it at all, even if you retract some words. So now I have to make a video. What would those be? What have you witnessed me doing? Didn't I defend you against Mama Bear full-on doxing you after you went after Rebecca and her for so long? Because Savage and Shannon told you to. God, you're disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. The fact that you're okay with Pirate Calypso and all of her racism bullshit and Rat and fucking Angelo and all, like, you're the most disgusting, putrid piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. So what my quote was go do tell. Do tell. Because after putting up with Stewie's racism bullshit for as long as I did, and after putting up with him knowing that I was abused and calling me a crackhead even though he knew that I hated that for months and months and months, yes, we did get into an argument about Uni and Jessica framing me for calling Uni the N-word, which never happened, sweetheart. Okay, and during that conversation, after he'd already called me a crackhead for months and months and months and months and months, because I told them, like I told you, to leave Rebecca alone, to leave Uni the crazy alone. Okay, not that Rebecca's crazy, but Uni is crazy, and we all know that, right? He had the audacity to ask me if I had children. When I said, don't raise your girls to be just like your, racist friends when you hate racism so much, right? Yeah, I didn't say horrific things about his children like he said I did. I told a lie, he told a lie. I lied, and I wanted to put my abuse, because I've already lived it for like over a decade, and I was like healed from it, to rest, because I didn't want to be re-abused with the same shit that happened in my life in my 20s, right? I didn't want that. I've had to live with that for a long time. I have to live with it every time I look in the mirror, okay? So I told a lie and said, no, I don't have kids. I can't have kids. I lost one. Right? Now, I can't have kids, but I didn't lose one. That was a lie. I wanted him to stop, finally. So I finally told him a lie because he couldn't concentrate on the racism. Okay? Couldn't concentrate on that. I didn't say anything bad about his kids. I said, don't raise them to be these two people. He kept saying I deserved all my abuse. I deserved to lose a child. I deserved it all, right? And I just kept saying, don't raise them to be like your friends. Bridget, Moo Moo Mouth, and Uni, right? Who he was originally calling me a crackhead because he didn't like Uni, but then he flip-flopped. You know how that goes, right? Morgan? Okay. So then he lied and told everybody I said horrible things about his kids. Never happened. Bridget lied and said I said horrible things about his kids. Never happened. I was crying, and you and Shannon and Two of a Kind and a few other people were living in my comment section, because I used to just leave everybody's comments there, harassing the fuck out of me over me being abused by your friend Stu. Now, I've already said to Stu, me and you have talked. I've said this a million times. He's tried before to tell you all to shut up. Uber and Shannon were having none of it the one day. He gave me a wrench and everything, and yet you have never shut up. So other than that, what are these horrible things I've done, Morgan? What are they? Who did I tell to overdose and die? That was Shannon. Shannon has told multiple people to overdose and die. I've never told anyone to overdose and die. Not one fucking time. Now, I have never even called Randy's kids junkies, okay? I did call Randy a junkie because she's totally cool with me calling crackhead because she gets free live streams for UFC from Stu, or used to, before she scammed St. Jude. We're wishing for children to get cancer just because I don't like someone. No, and again, you took that off of a thing where you guys were talking about I drag kids, right? right? And what did the cancer part have to do with it? That was because you were always saying I drag kids. Cancer, cancer, cancer. Now, why did I say that about cancer? Was it because all your friends keep dragging people who have cancer? Because the St. Jude scam wasn't really a thing then. I mean, we all knew that she was doing it, but nobody cared to do anything about it, right? Certainly not you or Savage or Shannon or Pirate. I mean, Pirate kept yelling about Rainbow fake killing herself, but she didn't really care about anything else, just Rainbow. Ugh, that racist sloth, right? The chicken grease sloth, the naked chicken grease sloth. But I'm horrible, right? I would also never lie about the loss of a child. Haven't experienced that. Oh, aw. Well, gee, shall I throw you on the list? Because I have some lists, some places. Since you keep wanting to harass me 5 years after the fact about my abuse, right? My abuse off the internet, my abuse on the internet, right? It's not something you lie about. Trash. Oh, lots of people lie about it. Multiple people have lied about things like that, right? A lot of people didn't even care about all the things you people were saying to me. And not one of you cared about Stewie telling me I deserved it in the first place when he was lying about fucking me talking shit on his kids. That didn't happen. I said, don't raise them to be horrible people. That's all I ever said to him. Now, recently, because of people like you and Shannon, I have said in the last, I don't know, year, horrible things. But this was 4 years ago. It took me years to say horrible things about his kids. Years and years and years and years. And years and years and years. Okay? So you're totally lying about me. Wishing cancer on kids. How did that go? Oh, that's right. Whitty's husband. He was calling her a murderer because Kit Kat told him to. Right? Kit Kat said, oh, she murdered her husband, and Mary and Stewie ran right with it, right? And kept accusing her of murdering her husband because she was on Uni's side too. Weird how all of this turns to a full circle. Weird, isn't it, Morgan? That's what. And her husband had died of cancer, and we actually saw him have cancer because she had uploaded some videos, and people to this day still say, oh, and she used her husband who was dying of cancer for views. Right? Much like everyone was saying, oh, and Barbara used her cancer for views. Right? That's why I'm here, bitch. Okay. You really hate me, hey? You can't even fucking talk proper English. You know better than anyone you hate on here. Oh, yeah, I am. 100%. See, because I learn from my mistakes. Unlike most of you. Barbara taught me a lot about life and death and how YouTube is real life. Okay? It's part of my video. In fact, line it all up in comparison, I'm sure you'll come out worse every time. I fucking highly doubt that. If you think of all the doxing Savage has done, all the families that she has endangered, all the fucking children like Shannon's that she said were free game, all the fucking, like, are you for real? The pimp merch? Are you high? Cracked out, Morgan? Does someone need to make a call on you? Are you able to take care of your children? Because I'm not sure that you are. And I can say that because that would make me like all of your friends. Oh, and never mind Angela going around accusing everyone of passing around child pornography. Holly, me, Mary, who had a 6-year-old daughter in her house. You can go fuck yourself, Morgan. Sideways. And make sure it hurts.